Oh, it's live, House.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
You never came looking for me to prove that you're the baddest. So, I've come looking for you to prove you're not.
All over the country, people have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?
Week after week, trying to make me look like a jackass.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy. I'm home.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome 3CT. We are live. It is Thursday, June 27th, 2024. We are back, and we had a week off. We're back until next week when we have a week off, because we'll be celebrating Independence Day next Thursday. So enjoy it while we're here. We'll be back with another show, our Tuesday podcast. So make sure you are subscribed to the show on all podcast platforms, as well as our YouTube channel. Social media across the board is at 3 Count Thursday. Always the number 3, never the word 3. You can get our merchandise over at tpublic.com. I'm not sure if or what the sale is over there right now, but I'm sure there is one, because there's one just about every day. Going to pull that up here real quick. Hope everyone had a good week off. You can get free shipping on orders over $80. So get over there, buy some 3CT merch. There's a plenty of it. You can see it there on the screen. And I think we've even added a couple of designs that aren't featured on this graphic. So make sure you go over there and check that out. Would certainly appreciate any and all the support as we continue through the summer here. Want to remind everyone as well, PWE, we are just a couple of weeks away from PWE Reloaded, coming up Sunday, July the 14th at the Dauphin County Tech School in Harrisburg, PA. Doors are at 3 p.m. that day. Bell time will be at 4 p.m. 6 great matches. The Neon Blondes, Facade and Danny Moe taking on Andrew Palace and Katie Arquette in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We have Jake Oman taking on Lance and Hawaii in a qualifier for the PWE World title. Bro Keller and Ken Dixon in a 2 out of 3 Falls qualifier for the PWE World title. Joe Keys taking on Gory in a no DQ grudge match. We also have Elijah Eros from White River Wrestling in Indianapolis, Indiana. He'll be taking on Mr. Ping. And we have Team Baby Daddy, which is Ed House, Laszlo Arpad taking on South Philly's finest. So tons.
Whose house?
Ed House. Tons of great action coming on Sunday, July the 14th. You can get your tickets if you are watching us live. Hit the QR code that is on the screen there on the PWE Reloaded poster. That will take you to the Eventbrite page where you can get your tickets for that show. You can also go to our social media, find any of the PWE posts. You can also get Pro Wrestling Empire on Facebook, on Instagram, or PW Empire LLC on Twitter. So find them, get your tickets, and get ready for what is going to be a fun event that day in Harrisburg. We'll be there. We'll be calling the action. Looking forward to getting behind the mic again. And it is great to have PWE back. So definitely looking forward to that. Devin joining us here, Charlie joining us as well, Scotty as well. Says it's a pre-show before the debate. Good God, I'm actually glad I'm missing it. Jesus Christ, what a mess it's going to be. Scotty says he actually gets to watch this live. That's exciting.
Welcome,
And he asked, and he said, Ryan, how was vacation?
I'll let you know next week, 2 weeks from now. We were just off last week because we went to the Hershey Bears game.
Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Boy, was it worth it.
Boy, was it.
They won last Thursday. They won Saturday. They won Monday. Back to back champs, 13-time champs. You can kind of see it up here.
It's the most winningest.
You could say they repeated the roar, I guess, because they're banned.
Hockey season's over. Talk that shit over. It's done.
Every
Goodbye.
time I think I'm ready
more.
for that.
Speaking of debates, look at this. It's already starting.
There it is.
The Bears.
Tim.
You're a dick, by the way.
So let's go around the room. Why don't we start with you, Tim?
You all right, Phil?
I'm great. I got a Baja Blast. I'm a late arrival to the Baja Blast family. I hope that I'm welcomed.
You got boner power.
You know,
Wait, is that a hard Baja Blast or just a regular Baja Blast?
It's a regular.
Oh, okay. I work yourself up because they have hard Baja Blast, zero sugar, very good.
I need to check
cats.
those out. Tomorrow's
Sheets.
payday. I might need to.
Baby sheets.
Pick up the
but yeah,
case of sheets.
Things are
Give me
good.
3 sheets.
No complaints. It's Friday. Or it'll be Friday tomorrow. It's a lot of people's Fridays today because a lot of people probably took off this week or took off Friday to get ahead of the long 4th of July weekend. And if you did, I'm so used to looking over here, but as you can tell, there's been a movement.
Don't like it. Move it back.
I love
I don't
it.
like
Your
change.
microphone's a little quiet. Did you adjust the?
No,
Now, why
I
would you-
didn't. But
I was enjoying it.
Oh, Jesus.
let me look and see.
There,
Wow.
that's better now already.
Well, I'm right up on the mic, so
Put it in your mouth, see what it does.
work for me, brother.
shut the fuck up. Oh, it is so low. Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of the buttons down here on the underneath. On the
No, it's
on
not.
the
Shut up.
undercarriage.
Undercarriage.
No, it's
Right.
not.
Ryan.
We're good now.
Maybe it's down here on the undercarriage, Tim. You'd have to kind of work the shaft a bit. See if that works. Give it
I
the
heard
old,
if I go and I spit on that thing, it works.
yeah, give it the old hawk toy. Wait, we didn't kill that in a fucking week, did we?
Dude, already.
Do we know who she is? Like, have we solved who she is? Like, I saw somewhere that she was a teacher and she lost her job. I don't know if that was true. I didn't look into it.
I saw that rumor. I don't know if there's actual truth to it.
I hope there isn't. I hope there isn't.
I hope
Here's
not.
The deal.
Either.
In the political climate that we live in, knowing that tonight's the debate and how torn everything is, if an attractive young lady can go haktui, spit on that thing, and bring the entire world together,
right.
By God, we still have a chance.
I
feel like
it's something we can all agree on, right? Like I
didn't see anybody hating on her immediately.
No.
She pulled us together. She was the glue that held this world together for like 3 days.
She did. She did that for us.
She about a day and a half
for us. For this country.
2024.
Not not all heroes wear capes. Some heroes just spit on that thing. I feel like that's a t-shirt. Although it's too late. It's too late.
Way too late. No one wants to buy a Hot Toys
We would have had to get on that last week.
They were already at the Wildwood Boardwalk all last week. You can't find them anymore.
Were they really?
I'm sure they were. I wasn't at the Wildwood.
I thought you were. I thought you were down there.
No. So did Scotty. I mean, when I don't show up, I'm just not always at the beach. Next week I'll be at the beach, but then I'm going to some concerts.
Fair.
Well, yeah,
we're going to. Actually, no, Tim, you're not tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the Hootie concert. You're not a huge concert guy. That's right.
I'm not. I'm due for like. I'm due for like one good concert a year.
And you're spending that on the Creeds.
Are you ready?
Yeah. What if we all got tickets and sat together? That would be a blast.
That'd be a
I
good.
know it's crazy, and you know what? Six of us do have tickets together.
Now, Mark, are you hooting tomorrow with us? Well, I'm not with you guys.
He is actually. You have 2 tickets to Hoots.
I got 2 tickets to Hoots. You want to go along with me, Jimmy?
Oh, well, I'm already
Jimmy's going.
I'm
What do you
sitting
mean
in a
Jimmy's
different. I'm
going?
sitting in a different section. Me and Mrs. Big Jim and some other friends of ours are going to be there.
How dare you have friends?
I know, right?
That's what I said. First of all, you
Well,
haven't found somebody to go with you yet.
Well,
Yo, Andy!
Mark, text Charlie. I'm sure he's not busy.
Charlie
No,
said
you
he'd
can-
like to go.
Charlie's
to
probably
Lancaster.
listening right now.
Charlie, you doing anything tomorrow? You can go to a concert with Mark.
Shh. Mark, take a trip to Lancaster, right by the Ollies. Go ahead.
Don't go to the Ollies. No, sir.
don't do it.
Don't go to the Ollies.
No.
Not the Ollies.
Don't
But
do it.
right outside the Ollies,
Yeah.
Down by Infinitos.
near
I-
Infinitos.
I would need 2 extra tickets.
No, you wouldn't. You just sit in that lap.
Yes.
Well, you ain't lying.
That's right.
I bet she'd spit on that thing.
You cannot say that.
Mark,
It was so wholesome until you
until
old
hot
man.
food on it.
Yeah, Tim was going to say there's a new pet store with the lovely new owner who's single and he's trying to hook you up to just go on a nice little like friend date with somebody to see Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm sitting next
and I
to my
ruined it.
family's going to be there. If someone hawk Tooies in front of my freaking family, Mark, I'm going to be pissed.
The Smokies
Mark-
are going to be there. I'm sitting with the Smokies.
We're behind them. Yeah, I don't
Mark's-
want my dad to catch a freaking
A
wild
stray.
hawk
You don't.
Tooie or
He
something.
doesn't need to get hit with a stray.
No.
No.
No,
I've
poor
been
Papa
to a few
Smokey's like,
concerts with the Smokies
you-
before. It's a good time.
I need you to leave all performance enhancing drugs out of your system within the last 24 hours.
You got boner power.
Especially if
legal.
I make that trip down to Ollie's.
I stepped on your.
You sure did.
It's like steroids for your wiener. But legal.
I'm not used to having somebody else have a soundboard.
I know.
Who
It's kind of
said
crazy.
that?
That is the Undertaker doing a live
Blue Chew.
read for Blue Chew.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So
But
my
that's also where
entire
this
childhood
one
is
comes
ruined.
from.
You got boner power.
And
The
Mark
whole
Henry's
thing-
out here getting mad at the Wyatt Sixes for going out to eat after Monday Night Raw. But we got the fucking phenom.
You got boner power.
Get
Hold
real.
on.
Fucking Mark Henry. Get real.
Do I have that? Do I have that food? Do I have I had Mark.
How fucking fat are we?
Did I have that?
Do I
food?
have that food?
No, so I have a sounder of Mark Henry asking, "Can a brother get some sauce or something?" But instead, I've got this instead.
She ain't getting no food.
That is Lay Cool talking about Piggy James and she ain't getting no food.
Can't get
Oh,
no
that's
food.
hurtful.
Right.
You all right, There you go, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I thought that was all my time.
Well, no, because I never asked you how you were doing.
I thought you did, though. I think that's how we started on that. I said about the concerts and all this stuff, and then I was on a
Okay.
vacation.
I thought we were
Tim-
just
Tim
continuing
said
off.
some things. No, I think I'm all right. I'm fine. I'll answer again. I'm doing real good. Going to some
Good.
concerts.
Good.
We're going to Hootie. Tim, are you going to Hootie tomorrow? We'll do the whole fucking thing over again.
No,
Mark-
I'm not. I only
Mark-
go to one concert a year. That's why I'm going to Creed.
Oh, you're going to Creed. What if? Right? You remember this, Jim?
That's right. Now I'm getting caught up. But I took a
Well,
week off. I forget how to host this thing.
That's
Poor
fair.
Jimmy. He's
Mark.
still wound up about the Bears. Jimmy, I'm good. Both my children are back in the continental U.S. The
For now.
for now, we got a Hootie. I got a special friend going along with me tomorrow night. Once I make it down the Ollies, and even though me and that special friend may come from different worlds, she likes to laugh at me, Tim, when I look at other girls. Sometimes she's crazy, and then I bet you wonder why I'm such a baby. Because the Detroit Lions, they make me cry. Well, Tim, there's nothing I can do. Because I've been looking for a girl like her.
Doesn't even rhyme.
How do you know?
Because you just said it.
I'm not gonna lie. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. that I really put everything together. That he's talking about the Miami Dolphins make him cry, and not like at the ocean watching dolphins. Like that would make him
Had
cry.
you never seen the video? Like the
yeah,
fucking
it has Dan Marino all over it and stuff. And the Dolphins,
he was the Dolphins were in the video.
yeah,
Dolphins made him cry.
man, I don't know how it was maybe 4 years ago. I was like 36. I'm not
Holy
proud to
cat.
admit it, but it's the
Wow.
truth.
Well, Smokey, if you listen to Post Malone's cover of "I Only Want to Be with You," the Cowboys make him cry.
He is a Cowboy fan.
That's fair.
Are you getting tickets to see Post?
I think I might. Why not? Even though he's a little
Post
country.
Malone. They're in up in Hershey. Those tickets are going to be expensive. I have a feeling.
You got to pay for them tattoos.
Can't hide money.
Is that going to be at the Giant Center or the stadium?
It's in the stadium.
Stadium show.
And
That's
then,
a big. That's like a big stadium. Like
huge.
Hershey's the small venue on there again.
Yeah.
And Stevie Nicks rescheduled already because she had Nicks for her concert, Tim. Now she's back in.
I don't give a shit.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
As an Eagles fan, did you guys see? I know nobody else is an Eagles fan here, so it doesn't really matter. But they released a Fanatics exclusive Jalen Hurts in the Kelly Green.
Oh, look at that!
It's so nice.
That's a nice looking pop for me to poop on.
I thought you were talking about
you didn't have to do it that way.
I thought you were talking about a Hotel California. Blooper.
Bye bye, bitch.
Now, where's Matthew? Speaking of Eagles,
he's on
Matthew,
vacation.
He's on
how are you
vacation.
doing? He's getting.
You've been promoted from intern today
No,
to an actual member of the panel
Today.
for 1 week only.
Today.
Next week you're going to run the show for us.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Good.
It's going to be like a firework, Jimmy. Boom,
He'll be watching the sparklers at the square at E-Town, thinking it's a fireworks show.
He's gonna watch Mount Joy Mini catch fire.
Oh my
Poor
God.
Mount Joy Mini. She's right here too.
Put an M80 right up that
Mini.
taxidermied ass.
Good Lord, I hope she gets.
I'll be watching JT because that world tour was not ruined.
You're going to go there on the
Call it
4th?
a world tour if you stop in Hershey.
That's a world
It's
tour.
part of the world.
Come
the
on.
world tour. The tour is going to be ruined.
What tour?
The world tour, Jimmy.
Thanks.
Yes.
Did you
I'll be
get
there at JT.
tickets on the aftermarket for that?
You're darn right I did. Yes, I finally got them too. I was getting nervous. How nervous were you, Mark? Well, I was more nervous.
Fucking hit the button.
Jesus goddamn. You can't set up your own bits, Mark. We've tried to tell you. All right, news this week. Not a huge thing, but a follow-up on one we had before the
If anybody's
long-awaited-
interested, real quick, I just pulled up Tick Pick. That is Tick Pick with the T. The get-in price for Hootie and the Blowfish right now, $6 all in for 2 tickets.
Dude, I am looking forward to the fact that
29.
there's not going to be a ton of people there tomorrow.
That'd be nice.
I'm so excited for their
No, there's 2 sections they didn't sell, so we're gonna
Good.
move
and
up
I'm,
even
and
closer.
and my
because
seat
they'll-
is on the end of the aisle closest to those back 2 sections that didn't sell. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
excited
If you want
to
to
not
be on the floor,
I'm
section
so-
D, it's $22.
Yeah, I'm so excited not to have a ton of people there. I'm very
I
excited.
thought you liked a ton of people. This is
Oh,
news to me.
You like
You
the
always said the
band?
more the merrier. Bring them in, right?
Bring them. You like to be
No.
brother.
Yeah, well, Mania, I was also in a club level at a padded seat in a concourse full of only so many people. It was beautiful.
That was nice.
You don't have that option at Hershey Stadium. But anyway, the news this week, speaking of WrestleMania, the long-awaited WrestleMania XL Behind the Curtain documentary now actually has a premiere date. In a tweet earlier this week, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H announced that the documentary would premiere at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, July 3rd on WWE's YouTube channel. It was originally set to come out on April 10th, just 3 days after WrestleMania concluded, but the release was delayed. Former WWE writer Brian Gerwitz dismissed rumors that The Rock was responsible for the wait, and he explained that it was simply not ready to be released at that time. So 3 days, 3 months. What the hell's the difference? This Wednesday, the WrestleMania documentary will air. So if you're not doing anything else Wednesday night or any other day, because it's on YouTube. So you will get to watch it. You'll get to watch it at that time. So there we go. And let's keep plugging away here. Let's catch up. We haven't heard this in quite a while because we don't do this on the show anymore.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Little stinger out of that, make it a little shorter. So when we catch in on it, if I don't want to catch everybody up, you can always see our weekly standings over on our website, 3countthursday.com, or hit the link tree in our social media. We have a direct link there. But currently, after 11 weeks in this round of our Wrestler of the Year standings, we have Big Goont at 10, Jade Cargill, Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, and Eric Rowan at 5. Bianca Belair at 4, John Moxley 3, Bo Dallas at 2, and Swerve Strickland is still up there at number 1. So again, you can always check those out, but we'll check in from time to time on the standings as we progress through the year. But that does bring us to the 3-count question of the week. And this week we didn't get a what the hell is like buzzing? Is there a fly in here?
What is that?
So I'm not the only one hearing it, right?
I actually don't hear a buzz.
It's weird. I heard it.
Is it my mic then?
Oh, I don't know. I assume it's Mark. I'm gonna play.
I can test really quick. Do you hear it right now?
A little bit. I think it's Mark. It's probably Mark. I fucking hate you so goddamn much.
I can't hear any buzzing.
Oh my god, I hate him. Anyway, our question of the week this week, we didn't get a chance to talk about the debut of the Wyatt Six from last Monday on Raw, and then this week we had the taped interview. Michael Cole was handed a tape, and it was and Uncle Howdy was interviewing Bo Dallas. And there was 2 clips I pulled from this that I'm going to play. But the longer, it's like 4 minutes. It's up on WWE social media and their YouTube as well. But we'll talk about a little bit. We can talk obviously even back to the debut last week since we have a chance to talk about it. But here's the 2 clips I pulled.
How did it feel when your brother died? Like the most important thing in my life was taken away from me. Like nothing was ever gonna matter again. Don't you think you're exploiting your brother's legacy? All I ever wanted my whole life was to be like my brother. I worked my entire career, my life, so I could have the opportunity, so I could work there next to him. And we'd finally made it. We were there and we had it. And then it was taken away from me. They wanted to forget about me. They wanted to forget about all of us. We made them remember. We made them all remember. Yes, we did.
All right. So, what are your thoughts about we're 2 weeks into the debut of the Wyatt Six, and we're starting to see a little bit of the why behind it. So what's your reaction to the interview, and what's your reaction to the Wyatt Six as a whole?
That question, that first question, I was like, oh, we're absolutely going to go there. And I don't know how you could really do the gimmick without shedding some of the reality of what happened to Bray Wyatt into it. But to just come out and like ask that question a week after the debut was like, wow, this is very serious. To which his wife and kids were like, what the fuck? Actually, I think
wasn't
he's probably divorced. I don't think he has kids. So
there was there was a line about what
it's like
he
the only
said,
thing that mattered to me like died or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, and I think he said like I was the most important person to him or something, and I'm like, oh, he has a dad and a mom and a fiance and kids, but no, it was
IRS
really,
is currently auditing his son. Fucking asshole. Yeah, really good. This is probably the best thing that Bo Dallas has done. I don't want to say that. I love the B team.
yeah, that clip, I think we shared it actually on the on our Twitter yesterday of the B team kind of mocking the Bray Wyatt Matt Hardy tag team.
Yeah,
And
leader of worlds, yeah.
It reminds you that Bo Dallas is, I mean, the fucking Bo leave thing. Like I know it was comedic, but he made it work. Like,
Yeah, fans are, I think, really into this. This is going to be super successful if the WWE does it right, and this was the first step after the debut, and I think it was a really good first step.
So I hate to be more on the realist side. The jury's still out for me on whether or not Bo Dallas is a credible frontman.
You're just saying that because you wish you were there when Bray died.
No, not true.
Oh, so it's only Owen Hart.
And it wouldn't have been Owen if he had died any other way.
so you just want to see the horrific death. So you wanted to be on the grassy knoll.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I'd love to have been in the theater when Lincoln was shot. Yeah.
You love a train wreck.
So let me. This is for another topic for another show, but I'll take it really quick. I watched a dude on a dirt bike fall off his dirt bike and land in my front yard 2 weeks ago, and it was the best thing that happened the whole week.
Yeah, and if any therapists are listening, it's at Not the Tool Man. You go ahead and drop him a DM. He might need a little assistance here. I don't know.
I like laughing at bad things.
I enjoy laughing at bad things too.
Okay. Yes,
I do. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I'm not saying I would
we have
laugh.
a lot.
I'm not saying I would laugh at death. Like that's not what I'm saying. But no, but I'm being honest. Like Bo Dallas, incredibly talented, very charismatic, enough to carry the weight of something like this that has so much momentum, steam, from the fan base. The fan base holds everything Fiend and Bray Wyatt at such a high level.
That's fair.
And if the Wyatt 6 comes across as a watered down, bastardized, lesser than version of the Firefly Funhouse, of any of that, it's not going to work. It's going to fall flat. And
speaking of which, did you notice that this interview was in the Firefly Funhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you look in the background, you can see the door.
Yep. I really love the debut. And I loved what they followed up with this week. What I loved most is that we didn't have to see everybody.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't need to see all 5 of them every week.
No.
So up until this point, you have loved everything, but the jury is out.
I was skeptical of all of the hullabaloo with the QR codes and the taking over of the social media accounts and the Twitch channels and this, that, and the third. Once the Wyatt 6 debuted on Raw 2 weeks ago, I got sucked in.
Okay.
I'm back. Bray's here. Everything's cool. especially when they announced or when they revealed that it's the Wyatt 6, but it's SICKS.
Yes.
So it's Wyatt's 6, like sickos.
Yes.
And so as soon as it was like that, it's like, this is awesome. Perfect. Line me up. And then last week, especially since we didn't know what we knew about Pat McAfee and his family emergency.
Yeah.
That could have been an awesome way too, because they've been messing with Pat McAfee on the McAfee show lately. And I was half expecting what they gave Michael Cole, a video of them kidnapping Pat McAfee after the McAfee show.
Yeah, for sure.
I was wholeheartedly expecting the McAfee show to get or Pat or somebody from his group just getting gobbled up.
Well, and I mean, in that, once, obviously the sudden passing of his father-in-law, once that kind of the, shock and all of that, the initial mourning phase kind of wears off. I think you can probably revisit whatever you were doing with that. So yeah, that's something that exciting. Yeah, I think for me the debut was perfect. It was executed to perfection. They delivered on a promise. They said leading up to it, there's going to be a massacre, and there was a massacre. And yeah, I thought the interview was fantastic. And yeah, that's the thing that less can be more with this stuff. And I think now that you are showing both Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas, we know that that they're one and the same, but they are two separate entities, kind of.
Are they calling him Bo Dallas, or are they calling him Taylor Rotunda? Have we heard it is Bo Dallas? I mean, they might have even said it in the promo, and I just wasn't listening.
I think they said something after on commentary.
Yeah, I believe.
But that's also true. Like, I don't think that you can call him Taylor Rotunda.
No, I don't think you can or need to, because
right.
Bray Wyatt, it was Bray Wyatt, even though we know he's Wyndham Rotunda. Bo Dallas in WWE is Bo Dallas.
But this interview was specifically asking about the death of his brother, who was William Rotunda, that passed away. I mean, ultimately Bray Wyatt died in that moment as well. Yes.
Sure.
Right. But
I mean, for like the Mercy character, I don't necessarily need that to be Dexter Lumis anymore. Like, maybe the Dexter Lumis character is retired and it's portrayed by I don't know what I'm trying to get at. I guess like Joe Gacy. Yeah. Like, it doesn't need to be Joe Gacy, does he? Like, it can just be the human version of Huskus. I don't know.
Well, that's what I think is the beauty of this, right? Is that much like with Bray, you had Bray Wyatt and you had The Fiend.
Okay.
I feel you can do the exact same thing with the 6, right? Maybe not all at the same time, but like Bo is the human and Uncle Howdy is the Wyatt sick.
Got it.
Same with Huskus and Joe and Mercy and Dexter and Rabbit and Rowan and Abigail and Nikki Cross.
I saw a video, and Mark, we'll get your thoughts. I didn't mean to like cut you off or anything.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, maybe I did a little bit. But I saw a video showing, like a year ago or 6 months ago or something, Nikki Cross, her on-screen character kind of changing to where she'd just kind of stare into space and be very apathetic and stuff like that. Was this stuff already was there going to be a Wyatt 6 like before Bray passed away? Okay. So maybe they were starting to plant the seeds of that. And then obviously everything was kind of put on hold.
Right.
After.
I think a lot of people were like, "Who's the sixth person?" People were saying like, "Oh, it's going to be Alexa Bliss." But, like the sixth person was always going to be Bray, correct? And this was the folks that like surrounded Bray. So Bray, in this reincarnation, would be the lantern or whatever, symbolizing Bray himself as the sixth.
Yeah.
In the Wyatt Six.
Now, for what it's worth, there was on one of the trucks in the backstage.
Saw that.
This was Alexa Bliss.
WWE has been not missing
Right
with
so,
this stuff.
So
like
that that
say,
hadn't been there before.
People say that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of discourse in regards to people reading the tea leaves too hard. And maybe following a rabbit trail that doesn't exist. But especially with anything Wyatt centric, if it involves the Wyatts, every piece matters.
Yeah.
Remember, we were watching backstage vignettes looking for stupid puppets.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is nothing that is, and it's not even in a regular picture of Alexa. I think that picture of Alexa was Spooky Alexa, right?
It was Spooky Alexa.
Yeah. Like it is not.
And that was
missed.
the first time that we have seen her in any form or fashion in the background of WWE TV
for a while
since she went away to have her baby. So yeah. Those things don't end up in the background of shots by accident.
Yeah. Before we get to Mark, though, the one thing I will say too is, sure, all this backstage vignette, behind the scenes, non-match things are really cool. However, the problem with Bray Wyatt and all of his stuff was, at some point, the bell had to ring. And Bray Wyatt wasn't necessarily a great match dude. And I'm fearful of these supernatural characters in the ring doing their stuff. Like, how will it translate over? And how will it carry?
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow. That surprised. I thought Bray was ample in the ring using his size as Bray Wyatt himself, and the supernatural neck breaky stuff. I don't remember ever watching a Bray Wyatt match thinking I wanted more wrestling wise out of a Bray Wyatt match. It just surprised me to hear that. Like I didn't know that surprises me. Like I'd never likened him to Shawn Michaels or AJ Styles, who can put on, or William Ospreay or anybody like that who's going to have a 5-star Broadway. But like Bray was what he was, and I thought was all he needed to be.
Right, and I think that when it was kept short and sweet, and it was allowed to be a Fiend squash, or like
not wrestling Goldberg,
or you don't even have to go that far. Look at you won't, because it took place in Saudi Arabia. Well, no, it didn't. The title change happened in Saudi.
That was Goldberg, wasn't it?
I'm talking the Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match.
That was also in Saudi.
I think that was in Saudi too. Yeah, that was a lot.
And that was not good.
No.
That's the one where they like brought out all the tools and shit, right?
They brought out the craftsman's tool chest, and they beat him with a toolbox.
Yeah.
And the Fiend won a Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins by disqualification.
Yeah. That was something.
Like not even like ref stoppage, no contest.
DQ.
Mark, that math doesn't math, does it?
No.
Something did something, Smokey. Math ain't mathing.
We call that hillbilly math, right?
That's hillbilly math. Hillbilly math. I don't like it. Something did something, Tim. That much we
Yeah.
can confirm.
All I know,
Get-
though.
Get Anne Marie on the line.
Jeez.
What's your
all
biggest
I
fear,
know-
Mark, for the Wyatt Six?
My biggest fear.
Yeah.
Holy cats.
Other than Abigail showing up at your doorstep.
Well, I'd invite her in. We'd sit around and we'd talk about it.
And then he'd invite her to Hootie.
I'd bring her out to Hootie. Why not? I think this Wyatt Six is going to be something. I like it. I like where it's going. It's got people talking, Big Jimmy. And that's what they want, Tim. And the rest of the world, you want people talking. And people are talking about this Wyatt Six.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really intrigued, if you will.
Do you believe in the Wyatt Six?
Well, I believe in Joe Henry.
Who?
Joe Henry. One of my former coworkers.
Joel Henry.
Joel Henry. I used to work with him. He went on to start his own business. I believe in him.
Joel
Always had a good business acumen.
Yes, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
He does.
Speaking, no, never mind.
Who the hell is this?
Yes, but it's exciting. I'm watching it right now. I'm rewatching it, Tim, because I want to see this Six again.
You're gonna have nightmares again, Mark.
Again, that's all right. I changed the sheets.
Not to derail it and make it about something else too, but WWE right now is rather hot on both brands with supergroups. Because on Raw you've got the Wyatt Six and people are talking about that, and on the same token, in the same week, the Bloodline debuts Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, man.
And Jacob Fatu looks like a shit kicker.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, before we get to SmackDown, you've totally skipped over the group of the Judgment Day who just reclaimed their tag team championship.
Right.
And finally made me give a shit about Liv Morgan.
That's very true.
They're super hot on groups right now.
Judgment Day's killing it. Also, congrats to Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews.
Hey,
married this week.
Screw Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews is living the dream.
Good for both of them. They're both equally happy, I'm sure, with each other.
Did you see Kathy Kelly's tweet today?
I did not.
She was like, has somebody checked on me today?
Oh,
because she's very sad that Rhea's off the market.
Yeah, well, we all are.
We all are.
Yeah,
we all are. Dude, Tim, you're absolutely right, though. Jacob Fatu, a bona fide. He is everything the WWE wanted Solo Sikoa to be. In one appearance.
He looked like a savage.
You can't say that.
No, because that's Randy.
You can say savage.
No,
you can't say.
Let me before we'll get to we'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to hit a couple of the social media comments about the Wyatt Six stuff. Daryl on Facebook says absolutely incredible. Bo's reminding everyone that he's good at this. Kyle says fantastic, waiting for their influencer interference in the Pat McAfee show. Devin commented like he hopes that leads something to with the Wyatt Six replacing McAfee and friends in the video game. Let's see here. Charlie just Mark, shut up.
I want to talk about bacteria being in the Wyatt Six.
Poor Mark is trying to say every other word and makes himself laugh.
Because he already knows the punchline. He's making
something. Laughing, Don laughing.
Charlie says production was outstanding. Thought it checked off a lot of boxes. Bray's legacy, Bo's reasoning for continuing creating the group. They have his curiosity peaked for what's coming next. And then we have another comment. Still cynical about the whole thing, as it is not this person's cup of tea. But this was well done. So, yeah, I think it's fair to have.
Mark Henry commented on our shit.
I think it is fair to have a little bit of concern because if this doesn't work, then I don't want to say you're sullying the legacy of Bray Wyatt, but if you're going to execute this, if you're going to do this, you got to make sure that you're prepared to do it really well from start to finish. So yeah, after 2 weeks, I'm really on board with it.
Mark, you're really. I just wanted to point out that you're really like our unsubtle Norm Macdonald.
I like that. I'll take it.
I feel like that's a good descriptor of you. An unsubtle Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Less vulgar.
A little less vulgar.
Yes.
I'll take a few drinks in me.
Get some of those unsweetened teas.
Right.
I
Too
get
many
upset.
of them. Jacob Fatu.
Yes, bless you, Tim.
Never thought we'd talk about him tonight. Let's talk about it.
He debuts, and I don't know if it's chicken and rice. I don't know if it's Ozempic. I don't know what it is, but my man was on it. He lost like a whole toddler, and my man is looking jacked and ripped. He looks completely different than anything else in the WWE, and he debuts and puts the work on Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes by himself.
Yeah, man.
Like Chris Jericho debuted and went verbally toe-to-toe with The Rock.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Imagine if somebody were to have debuted against The Rock and Stone Cold and The Undertaker at the same time.
Yep.
And beat their ass.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Beat their ass. Like, Jacob Fatu makes the bloodline a big deal. In turn, it elevates Solo Sikoa. And here's the part that people weren't maybe not paying attention to on SmackDown. So Solo gives the hug to Jacob Fatu in the middle of the ring after Jacob's here. And they do the ones. Tommy Tonga and Tongaloa enter the ring. They're not smiling. They're not happy.
Right.
They are afraid of who Solo brought into the bloodline.
Well, and Paul Heyman is
shook.
Paul Heyman is such a huge part of that as well, because he's terrified by it. And I think that's what a lot of people have kind of maybe missed on all this is Paul realizes that Solo's getting way too far. You know, he's way in over his head.
Mm-hmm.
And
I equated it on Final Wrestling Place this past week to mob families.
Okay.
When Roman was the Don, the head of the table, there was an order of business. They weren't violent for violence's sake. They were calculated. They tried to talk to you first. They said, hey, don't do this. The person they were going against was like, hey, F you. And then Roman put him in the dirt. Or the Usos put him in the dirt. And then eventually they brought Solo to even the numbers. But like other mob families, when the Don is no longer the Don and the young boy comes up, they feel like they've got something to prove. And the way they prove it is they roll heads, and everybody can get this work. We're not here to talk. We're here to bust you up bad. Mm-hmm. And the difference is that Solo and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa are all the type of dudes who come across as, I'm going to kill you. Jacob is the dude who ain't going to talk about it. While the other people are talking about what they're going to do to you, Jacob's already done it. And he's washing his hands of the blood and the dirt and the sweat. And he's ready for the next task. If Solo needed somebody who was worse than him to be his Solo,
that's good shit.
Can't wait for War Games, or hit the button.
He did say it.
War Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
I can't wait when we get the War Games. I can't wait for when we get to the lead up. with the Royal Rumble, you got at least 8 members of the bloodline between the OG bloodline and the new bloodline. They'll all be in there, leading to final boss, tribal chief, the fight of the bloodlines.
It's gonna feed
wait.
families, man. It's gonna feed families.
I cannot wait.
Real good.
It's gonna be so good. The long game that the WWE is playing with this storyline, as hot and as good as it is now, is so. I mean, oh my god.
So before we hit the Forbidden Door preview, I saw I don't remember what site it was from, but it was one of these, sources tell me, brother, sites that kind of hinting at next week is Money in the Bank next week, and it talked about how Cena's return in 2021 is one of like the biggest, coolest returns of all time, and they are saying that something, quote, even cooler excuse me, could happen at this year's Money in the Bank. Like, are we thinking that's Roman? Because it like that Cena return was against Roman.
So I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on because I read more of this.
Ooh.
So what I've heard people prophesize is Roman's gonna return and cost Seth Rollins against Damian Priest.
Ooh.
Because Seth used that
interjected.
But then I heard that that's going to parlay into,
oh god, I love a good parlay,
Seth being in Roman's corner when the bloodline versus bloodline stuff happens. Because there'll be 5 on the bloodline side. Because right now there's 4.
Right.
And Hikuleu is coming.
Okay.
So if Hikuleu's coming,
wouldn't that 5th one be The Rock?
Even if the 5th one's The Rock, then there's still 4 with The Rock. So if
then Ukulele would go on the other side.
Well, no. So the 4 guys on this side for me will be the Usos.
I knew I'd get a pop out of Jim. That's all I wanted.
Damn it.
The Usos, Sami Zayn, and his other brother, Seth Rollins.
You got boner power.
Yes, sir. God damn, that's so good.
Like, if it plays out and they make that work, that's a really awesome story. But again,
absolutely,
much like everything else, it's all the beauty of it for me is I don't know where it's going. And WWE is keeping things very quiet in house.
Mm-hmm.
They've done, if Vince McMahon were in charge, Tama Tonga Loa and Jacob Batu would be in NXT now with whole new names.
Yeah.
Instead,
they'd be
Jacob
Palm
Batu,
Tree 1, Palm Tree 2, and Palm Tree 3. It would be
it'd be Jacob Uso, Tama Uso,
and Samoan
Tonga
Uso. Right, yeah.
Samoan.
They'd all be Usos. Or someone would be, I heard the really shitty name of apparently WWE has trademarked Cesar Sikoa.
Ooh, don't like that.
If it's Hikuleu,
that's for LA Smooth.
Oh, is that what it is?
God.
When Lloyd comes back.
I don't know what's worse, Lloyd Anoa'i or Cesar Sikoa.
Jeez.
I mean, there's still some Anawais out there that are not tied up to contracts, right?
By the way, to put a nice little tab on it too. Thoughts out to the Anoa'i family with the passing of Afa.
Sika.
Or Sika, sorry.
Sika,
Sika finally passing away. A big mainstay in, northeastern PA.
Yeah.
With WXW, the Wild Samoan School. If there was a wrestler in like the late 80s, early 90s in the WWF that you liked, they probably trained at the Wild Samoan School.
Yeah. Yeah. So, definitely thoughts to them. And Devin
Nope.
says he's not talking shit on LA Smooth. The last time he did, he got headbutted.
Well, I'd headbutt you too.
Right.
If I had a head as big as LA Smooth. Now, where does Lance fit in? Is that Samu's kid?
Lance?
I think. Because I don't think he's. Because Rikishi is the Usos, right?
It's the Usos and so Lance is under Samu.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
he's
is Jacob with Rikishi?
Jacob's the Tonga kid.
Oh, that's right. He's Tonga Kid. Yep.
yeah, Lance is Samu's son.
Okay.
And then Solo and the Usos are Rikishi's.
Yes.
And Tama and Tonga, which is not confusing that one dude's name is Tama Tonga and the other guy's name is Tonga Loa.
Right. Well, that's what I thought. One of the names that WWE trademark, I thought they were going to use for Tongaloa because WWE fans get confused easily.
Right. And so, but Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are the sons of Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Or is it Snuka? No. Haku.
Hakutua.
Because Hikuleu is actually Haku's son.
Okay.
And I think, oh my God.
Dude, it's so. They need to put this shit on a poster.
Dude, seriously, if WWE would just print that fucking poster that
Just
The Rock
print
showed
it, man.
up on the big screen that day, we would all know this a lot easier.
Okay. Tama, Tonga, and Hikuleu are all sons of Haku.
There we go. Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
so
Tongaloa is adopted.
okay.
And Tongaloa is adopted. So Tama and Tonga are adopted, but Hikuleu is
Actual son of.
well, no. So now it's weird too, because now I'm seeing Tama and Hikuleu are actually related. They're actual brothers.
Who's their cousin?
The Usos.
Of the Usos. And how do the Snookas fit in there? They're related somehow, right? Somebody married into the family. Jimmy married in.
Every Samoan or Tongan aside from Samoa Joe is related.
They're all related.
They're all related.
Charlie, I'm not sure what happened to Mark. He
did drop. I'm not like we have a thing at the bottom.
The
where,
sad
like,
thing
a
is he
waiting
dropped,
room.
and none of us were like, we should reach out to make sure he's okay.
He's fine.
We're all just like, he's doing
I
Mark's
just
thing.
assumed that like Kirby pissed on the 56K modem and he can't get his internet back.
He wanted to be the first person in line to watch the debate.
So here, I'll tell you how Mark is. We texted Mark at 7:58 before the show started. Are you coming? Mark replied a minute ago saying yes. So that's how Mark's doing.
So Mark is okay. We know Mark's okay. All right, let's dive in here to Forbidden Door this Sunday. Tim, I'll lend it to you to actually read off the match. But this Sunday night, UBS Arena, Almont, New York. It is AEW and New Japan present Forbidden Door.
We're running down Money in the Bank on Tuesday, right? Because we're not doing a live show. Are we going to run down? We're going to dedicate 10 minutes on Tuesday to run down what's available.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we'll do that
on Tuesday, right? Okay.
Ew, no.
I know we don't talk wrestling on Tuesday, but let's just do it, Tim. It's going to be all right.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh, God damn it.
And he's back.
Say his name and he appears. Y'all believe in intern Mark.
Joel Henry.
Holy cat! What happened? I thought.
Mark,
you guys
where did you go?
You quit.
Were you sitting in that chair the whole time?
The screen just went black, and I thought you guys had some kind of mechanical issues. Not technical, but mechanical.
Mechanical issues.
Sure.
So then I realized that my my phone had perished because Kirby the Magnificent Fluffy Dog had bumped the charger off the wall, and it did not charge.
There we go.
And then it was completely dead, so I had to wait for it to get some juice back in it. I made a mistake.
Oh boy.
So did Kirby the Magnificent
See now,
Fluffy
Mark,
Dog.
if you got a computer like we have been suggesting that you do for, I don't know, the last 9 years.
Pointing in the right direction at least.
He actually was. I'm
Finally.
impressed. You wouldn't have to worry about the phone getting kicked off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do something. I'm working on it.
I'm just saying.
Now you're doing
But
it
I'd
the wrong
like
way
to.
on purpose.
Yes. Now, what I missed? Are we
I
talking
was
about
really
the,
looking forward to hearing Jim butcher these Japanese names. I'm actually a little bummed that Tim's taking the reins here. I'm
No,
not gonna lie.
we went over them before you got into the green room. We went over them, and I actually did them, but I figure I probably wore out all my good luck, so I'm letting Tim.
That's
You
a fair
did.
point.
You did.
Now we're going over the open door.
We're going over the revolving door show. On the
So
24th.
Devin says, "What if you guys do a live show early Saturday next week before the show?" So here's the deal. Next Saturday is my birthday, so we're not going to do a live show before. But there's a possibility. I don't know what. I have no clue what I'm even doing. I have a long weekend next weekend, so I don't know what I'm doing yet. But if I'm around, maybe I'll hop on after Money in the Bank, and we'll do something.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
like to
beaching
do
this weekend. Next weekend, I don't know what weekend he's talking about.
Maybe I'll hop on with Big Mac or something.
Who knows?
We'll see. Just be ready to watch us
Oh, we're
live.
talking next weekend? Yeah. No, I don't think I'm going to do it. Maybe. Who knows? Probably not. Just tune in
Which movie you're
Tuesday.
gonna
You
do?
always listen anyway. We're going to give you 10 minutes. It's going to be real quick.
Yeah, come on,
How many
Devin.
matches are even announced right by now? Like 4.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on
Either
now.
way.
How many are for this one? 37?
No, I think we're
Yeah.
at 12,
13.
including the pre-show. Okay,
That's
so
not
it's
too bad. All right.
13, which
I was
is
being a shithead.
10 plus 3 on the 0 hour.
All right.
0 hour looks really good. So in the 0 hour, we've got Chris Statlander and Stardom's Momo Watanabe with Big Stoke taking on Willow Nightingale and Tam Nakano.
Bull Nakano.
Yes. So Big Jim, who you got?
Ooh, Stat and Momo.
Ryan.
I have Willow and Big Tam.
That's right.
You laughing at me saying Momo, Ryan?
Yes.
Momo.
Mac.
I thought so.
Man, I just want to say Momo again, but I think Bull Nakano's team's going to win.
Well, it's not Bull. It's Tam.
Oh, Tam. That ain't no Bull. That is Tam.
This is. Can I see Tam? That's Tam Nakano.
Oh,
Or Nakano.
yes, that ain't no
You got
Bull.
boner power.
Stop it.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Right.
Okay. Next up, in the
What?
first
Mark from
round,
Texas said it.
it's in the first round of the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Mariah May taking on Saraya. Mac, who you got?
Saraya against Willie Mays.
He's dead. Thanks.
Oh,
Say hey.
he just passed away, didn't he? Where they made a big deal out of him. He played baseball again.
Just
I guess
answer the
He
question.
played baseball before he
Just
was.
answer the
a pitcher.
question.
Mark, we're already past an hour. Just
All right.
Mark talking about real sport. I will always invite that on this show because
Yes.
he's going to get lost eventually.
Billy Mays just passed away. He was a big baseball player,
there it goes.
Billy Mays.
and he had he used to sell those products late at night on television. Smokey.
I remember Billy Mays.
Baseball didn't pay that well. Let's go with Mariah Maniac Mays.
Okay. Ryan.
Page.
Don't know who that is.
That ain't
Big
her
Jim.
name.
I will never pick Paige Saraya, so give me Mariah May.
I'm also going Mariah May. I'm going
Mariah
going
May.
Chris and Momo in the opening match.
Momo.
Wrapping up 0 hour, we've got trios action as Los Ingobernables de Japón of Yoda Tsuji, Huge Suge, Titan, and Hiromu Takahashi, man, taking on the team of the Lucha Brothers and Mystico. Big Jim. There is one WWE superstar in this match.
Give me Team Lucha Bros.
There you go. Ryan.
I have Titan and Yoshitatsu and Hiromu Takeshita.
Close. Mark.
I like those Lucha Boys and Mystical.
Keep bumping me against the wall. I'm going to go with the Lucha Bros and Mystico as well. That'll be a fun little matchup. These three right here, all free. Do not waste your time. These are going to be, you just don't waste your time thinking about whether or not you're going to watch these matches. Think about all of the things you have to accomplish on Sunday before 0 hour so you can be locked in for these matches. Carrying on, we have a ladder match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship as Konosuke Takeshita takes on Mark Briscoe, Jungle Jack Perry, Dante Martin, Leo Rush, and announced on Rampage this week, we are time travelers. It is New Japan Pro Wrestling's own El Phantasmo. So, Mac, who's winning the TNT Championship?
I'm going to go with that Jungle Boy, Jack Perry.
All right, Ryan.
Is El Phantasmo that magic guy from the early 90s from the WWF?
Yes. No, it is not.
Set things on fire.
El Phantasmo is a Canadian white dude who's really good.
El Phantasmo would set things on fire, Tim. You'd be there like, oh, Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
Takeshita.
It was just El Phantasmo.
Big Jim.
Tim thought somebody was barbecuing.
I feel like it's gonna be Jack Perry, but I'll take Dante Martin.
I want Takeshita, but it's probably gonna be Jack Perry because everything hates me. For the AEW World Women's Championship,
is Leo Rush contracted to any of these two brands? He's New Japan.
He is All Elite.
He's all really.
He was All Elite before.
Well, yeah, I thought it was like on a handshake deal. I don't recall seeing Leo Rush.
He didn't get a poster this time.
Oh, okay.
But apparently he and Tony Khan made amends.
Okay.
From all the stuff from the last time.
Because there was a last time, right?
There was.
Okay.
With a Mariah May in every corner. It is timeless Tony Storm defending the AEW World Women's Championship against Mina Shirakawa. Big Jim, are you a boob dude or a butt dude? Because that's what it breaks down to.
Boobs.
Mina Shirakawa. Ryan.
I happen to be a both guy. But I will go with Mina Shirakawa.
Oh.
No. Mark, who do you got?
Well, remember that time Smokey Mina Shirakawa in high school and got in-school suspension? That taught him a lesson.
Sure.
Mina Shirakawa.
It was the old sheep to shawl competition.
Yeah, you made a big mistake.
Okay.
A costly one, Smoke.
How about you tell me who you think's going to win?
I like Mina Shirakawa.
I'm going Tony here. I'm going timeless Tony Storm. Her going into Wembley Stadium sounds pretty nice.
Oh wait, it's for the women's AEW championship?
Yes.
Oh, Tony Storm.
Okay. Next up, in a winner-take-all match for both the AEW TBS and the New Japan Strong women's titles, it is the TBS champion Mercedes Moné taking on the NJPW Strong women's champion Stephanie Vacker.
Ooh.
Who gives a shit?
Calm down.
Wow, Matt, that's
Oof.
he was always a big Sasha dude. That's so
Mark.
big
Mark, who do
surprising.
you got?
Coming from
what was the first person's name? The
Mercedes Moné.
I thought it was Sasha Banks.
No, she's dead.
All right, I gotta go with the money, Mercedes Money.
Sure, fair enough. Ryan.
She's like Shane McMahon.
Them's the rules, Tim.
In the world.
Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné.
Oh yeah, Mercedes is absolutely winning.
Same. I agree with that. Carrying on. We've got the learning tree.
Cross.
Karrion Kross is fighting the learning tree.
No. But moving on, we've got the learning tree of Chris Jericho, Big Bill,
Shane McMahon.
Filling in for an injured Brian Keith is the United Empire's Jeff Cobb.
Oh!
Taking on a team I like to affectionately call Joe Goon, Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. Jim.
It's stupid and gross, but Team Jericho is going to win.
Oh!
No. Ryan.
We are in the middle of Wawa Hoagie Fest. So I'm going to go with Samoa Joe, Hook, and Katsuyori Wawa Shibata Melt.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Shabupi Melt.
Mark.
Shabupi?
Shabupi Melts. I think I got to go with the Weeping Willow Tree.
Ugh. No. That guy
Oh!
sucks. There's a good sounder on Dynamite if you can find it. Katsuyori Shibata talks shit about Chris Jericho through his phone to his face.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
He's like, "Oh my god, this guy sucks," but it's like the voice to text on his phone. It's pretty sweet. I'm going Joe, Hook, and Shibata.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, I know it doesn't, Chris. You know what else doesn't work for me, brother? Chris Jericho doesn't work for me, brother.
Shut your ass.
What you call
His
butter?
name is Shibata. It's Shibata.
Wawa Shibata Melt.
He was a showgirl.
The man headbutted a dude so hard they had to take his brain out.
True story.
True story.
Right, like his career was done, right?
He was oozing brain juice at his nose.
Like, that's a modern miracle. It really is that he is.
It's awesome.
Professional wrestling today.
Yeah, it is. What a man. Speaking of man stuff, Zack Sabre Jr., Orange Cassidy. Mark, who do you got?
You know, I'm going to go with freshly squeezed orange juice.
Sure. Ryan.
I feel like this has been very heavy on the AEW victories, and Zack Sabre Jr. needs a win here. So New Japan with Zack Sabre. New Japan needs a win here. Zack Sabre Jr.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll go Sabre Jr. as well. I can pick him again because he doesn't have that stupid title anymore.
The hubcap title or the license plate
the
title?
the belt buckle title.
The belt buckle. The Texas title.
The Texas belt buckle.
Delete and report junk. I got Zack Sabre Jr. This man's on fire.
Against your boy OC.
Yeah, I like Zack Sabre Jr. a lot.
Pork chop.
OC's great, but ZSJ, as they like to say, he's going to be good. For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, Jon Moxley defends against the person he beat for the title, Tetsuya Naito. Big Jim.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Naito on this one.
Okay. Ryan.
That's the right choice, Jim. Yeah, Naito.
Mark.
Well, I can't vote against anybody who's been a guest on the show, so I got to go with Naito.
I'm going Mox. Next up in a singles match, MJF versus Hechicero. Mark, who do you have?
Well, I always liked him when you get him and you would shake it. So I'm going to go with Etch-a-Sketcho.
Ryan, please.
Oh my god!
I thought
Holy hell! What happened?
I thought Mystico was already wrestling on this show.
Oh no!
He is.
Well, then how's Hunico wrestling here?
Oh boy!
This isn't. This is
Oh, it's that
Hechicero.
fella?
It's this guy.
Oh, Ray Hechicero.
Same dude.
Oh,
Hechicero. My
MJF.
bad.
MJF.
I'll take MJF as well.
Thank you. In a trios match, it's the elite of the EVPs, Nick and Matt, and Kazuchika Okada taking on the team of the Acclaimed minus Daddy Ass plus the Scissor Ace. President Ace himself, New Japan Pro Wrestling President Hiroshi Tanahashi, man. Big Jim.
I think I already picked the Young Bucks to win one match this year, so I can't do it again. So scissor me, Daddy Ace.
That's right. Ryan.
Yeah, this is about the right time where they're going to have their first trios match announced on the card. So, in the only trios match on this card, I'm going to have the Elite.
Mark.
I'll be darned. You know what? I agree with Big Jimmy. I don't like the boring Bucks, so I'm going to go with the Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
Nope, they're split up.
Are you serious?
Yep.
All right, I'll go with the Staples Gang.
Perfect.
Sure, fair enough. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Acclaimed and Scissor Ace. In the men's first round match of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, it is representing New Japan, the Dragon, Shingo Takagi, taking on AEW's American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. In turn, Mark.
Holy cats. Well, we're close to the 4th of July, so I got to go with an American Dragon.
Fair
Bryan
enough.
Danielson.
Ryan.
The Battle of the Dragons. I believe the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, will be victorious here tonight.
Perfect.
Tonight, Sunday, Saturday,
Sunday.
whenever the show
Today.
is.
Sunday.
I mean, they probably are starting tonight, and it's going to be a long
Wow.
enough card.
The pre-show's tonight.
I'll take Danielson as well.
Danielson. I'm gonna go with Bryan Danielson as well. And in your main event of the evening for the AEW World Championship, it is AEW International Champion Will Ospreay taking on the champion with Prince Nana, Swerve Strickland. Big Jim, who's walking out with the gold?
Swerve will walk out with the gold, but I think there's going to be some sort of DQ, something or other. I think there's going to be some sort of dirty finish because I don't think you're going to have Ospreay eat a clean pin.
Ryan.
I think there will be a ton of bullshit happening in this match that will prevent Will Ospreay from eating a clean pin, but Swerve will still take the pin 1, 2, 3 and beat him with a pinfall victory. But there will be literal tons of shit going on in this match. I mean,
so much shit.
Everything. How is the debate going, I wonder? I'm sure it's just a dumpster
Probably
fire.
poorly.
Yep. Mark.
Well, there's no debating. I don't think William Ostrich is going to take the title. So I got to go with Strickland, former guest of the show.
Our resident political expert, Ernest DJ Christian, says, well, this format is working so far. Trump sounds very disciplined, a far cry from 2020. Both candidates keeping about the issues. But, you know, it's still very early. So, you know, that'll change. That'll change real quick. All right, boys, anything else? All right, that's going to do it for this week. Again, we will we'll be on our on the Tuesday podcast, but we will not be live next week. Enjoy your 4th of July. Celebrate safely. Be smart. leave the fireworks to the professionals, lest you be like Jason Pierre-Paul. But enjoy the celebrating however you do. We will be back live in 2 weeks as we go through back up Terry. As we go through the rest of the summer, we will recap some of the haps from Money in the Bank as we start progressing towards SummerSlam. But check us out, 3countthursday.com. Subscribe on all podcast platforms and our YouTube, rate and review where you can. Check out our merchandise over there at tpublic.com. And then you can also get us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all at 3 Count Thursday. Always the number 3, never the word 3. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.